Yo, what's poppin'? What it is, man? I gotta put this disclaimer out here for YouTube because you know they be tripping. I done seen a couple of people get clipped just for mentioning the words. It seemed like all you gotta do is say the words bully and harass, and YouTube act a donkey, right? Folks done got struck, clipped, demonetized. And the crazy thing about that, I definitely got to say this. The crazy shit about that, if YouTube I'm talking to, if y'all was so concerned about people bullying and harassing, then it seems like a lot of these channels that I see on here wouldn't even have a platform. Tell me I'm lying. Like I said, I done been on here for a few years now, 5 going on 6 years. I done seen it all. I know people who's actually monetized and getting away with it. I ain't gonna tell you no lie. You understand? That part of me want to tell YouTube to kiss my, you know what I'm saying? But I ain't gonna go there. I ain't gonna go there. But I'm gonna just say this: tighten up. If y'all serious about the whole bullying and harassing thing, y'all need to. Y'all doing a poor job. Very, very poor job at it. But I'm putting this disclaimer out there. This is a story that I'm telling. Ain't nobody on here bullying and harassing no damn body. All right? Okay. Now let me ask a question, man. Y'all can leave y'all comments. What What do y'all think makes a person feel like they just want to make another person, individual, feel like shit? Just like intimidate another person. Like they feel like they're so superior, like so much, so bigger and badder than another person, right? They go out their way to make this person feel like they're absolutely nothing, right? To harass them, make them feel less than, huh? The situations that we've seen over the years, the school tragedies, it gets bad, man. It really takes, it really takes effect on your psyche as a kid, especially when you're like really young, and it even can play a part in your adult life. That's a very, you know, it's a horrible thing right there. Bullying, it goes deep, man. It really goes deep. I think we all done faced a bully or two. You know what I mean? Like there's even situations where grown folk got bullied by other grown folk. I could never. I could never. I can absolutely never let another grown man downplay me like that or mess with me in that way. I would definitely get locked up. You hear me? But as a kid, you don't really. All you know is to just feel fair. It's either you react to it or either it's like a shocker to you. You know what I'm saying? It's like, why is this person doing this? And you don't understand. But as a kid, it don't take much to scare kids either. You know? And a lot of kids don't tell their parents and things like that because what I think it is half the time, it's like, listen, I ain't going to tell my mama because she won't go and tell his mama, and I'm the one that got to see this for. I got to deal with him. You know what I'm saying? Like I'm already scared to death of this for. I don't need you. I don't need you getting in my business, mama. Stay out of that. You know what I mean? Like I'm already running for my damn life. I'm already hitting corners when I see him, which I actually did in this story. I'm gonna get to it though. So growing up, man, like as a kid, I come from the hood, man. I come from the straight hood. Like I used to live in the projects, right? You know how all the kids in the projects used to always play, hang out, you know, get into mischief and things like that. I was cool with this one kid named LeVar. Shout out to him. He was a few years older than me, but he lived on the same floor. I want to say it was the eighth floor. Yeah, his family lived on the all the way at the end of the floor. Me and him was cool. He was a few years older than me, but he was mad cool. I would go to his house. We would chill out. Y'all remember the wrestling action figures and stuff like that, where you would be trying to do the moves with the toys. You would be clickety clack, banging the toys together like you doing the damn moves and all that. Stuff like that. Playing with all types of different toys and stuff. It was being a kid, man, being a kid. And then one day he introduced me to his cousin. His name was Carlos. Now Carlos, he had the face of one of them cliche badass kids. He's kind of stocky, right? Um, he really fit the description of a bully. You know what I'm saying? Look, if you like, I wish I had a picture or something. I can imagine how crazy he looked today. I can only imagine. Anyway, LeVar introduced me to him, and everything was cool. We was chilling. I was a generous kid, so I'm like, "Hey, you want to play with some toys or whatever?" I was a generous kid, man. Got along with people. I wasn't looking for no trouble, and I had no idea that this would turn into what it turned into. Right? Everything was all cool. We walking around, getting into mischief together. I think that might have been within the first day of meeting him, because it didn't take too long before things took a turn. Now, very quickly, this boy's attitude changed towards me. And it's like he hated my guts. I don't know if it was jealousy of how many toys I had or what. I couldn't figure it out, right? And he just started calling me the same thing out of nowhere, out the blue. It's very cliche, but he would call me a punk. Like he would put bass in his voice, like punk, punk, you a punk. Like go sit down, get out of here, punk. He would say that all the time, man. And then he would just walk away. He never hit me. I don't remember him even raising his hand at me, anything like that. I was so scared of this kid, fam, that one day I'm going to the basketball court. Now the basketball court is like just a little bit away from the project building. There's a little tunnel you go through. At the end of that tunnel, boom, you can see who's at the basketball court. There's a bench. One day I go over there and I ain't thinking nothing of it. I'm not thinking I'm gonna see Carlos, huh? The fool was sitting on the bench. I could see him. I hit that damn corner so fast, but as I hit it, he looks. It's like he was sitting there waiting for me. He looks, he sees me. And I see him get I see him getting up. And I start putting pep in my step, but I wasn't walking fast. Do you know this fool ran up on me? Ran up behind me. He yelled it out as soon as he hit. I'm at going near the other end of the tunnel. He's coming in the opposite end of the tunnel behind me. Pump! Right? And I'm like, damn. It's like something you see in a TV show or a movie when the person is trying to get away from the person that they scared of, but they're like, not so fast. Where you going? It was kind of like that. And that's all he would say to me, man. He just called me a punk. I never did nothing to him, never understood why he thought I was a punk. You know what I'm saying? Never told moms, never, I don't even think I told his cousin LeVar. I think if LeVar did, notice it or whatever, he probably thought it was nothing. I was his cousin, so it was like, you know, mm-hmm. That's what it was. And, it's crazy how that happens because a person could hate you, and you just never know why. It just there's never no answer for it. But mind you, we kids, and kids bully other kids for whatever reasons. I don't know. They pick it up other places, pick up the attitude in movies or whatever. I don't know. I never been a bully, so I don't know what that's about. You know. And by the way, I'm not the type of person that just tells stories just to tell them. I'm getting at something here. There's something to take away from all the stories that I tell, right? And one of the things to take away from this is no matter how hard you try, some people you just cannot please or get along with. You understand me? Sometimes it's just not in the cards. That's it. Not all energies match, mix, right? And they're not meant to. Okay. So my experience with Carlos was that a couple of years later, right? Now I haven't seen Carlos in years. I ended up going to this school called Art Community Charter School. What they would do is they would take the kids to the Great Escape. You know what I'm saying? At the end of the school year, whatever, to celebrate going to the next grade. And they took everybody to the Great Escape. Got all the kids going to the Great Escape. And I haven't seen Carlos in a little bit. You understand? Lo and behold, I ran into this kid years later at the damn Great Escape. I'm walking. Mind you, he's kind of like bulky. He's light skinned. He's got this face of an evil kid, bro. Like, he don't smile or nothing. Huh? He was your average bully. We walking and he with his family and peoples, he looked dead at me. Now, enough time has went by to where it's like I haven't seen him, so it's like that fear, it had wore down. But then the memories pop back up as I'm looking at him. I'm staring him down. He's staring me down like it's like a show off or something. Showdown. My bad. It's like a showdown. He's staring dead at me. I don't know if he was thinking I was gonna say what's up or something. I think I was, I'm looking at him to see what he gonna say. I'm like, I'm a little bit bigger now. You know what I'm saying? Like, um, and that was the very last time I saw that kid, at least to my knowledge. Years go by. He could, who knows if I ever ran, maybe walked past him, in life. I don't know. But that's the only time that I can remember that I actually had a bully. And to this day, I never understood why this kid felt like he needed to do all of that. Because I'm one of the easiest people to. Back then, I was one of the easiest people to get along with, and I am today. You know what I'm saying? The only way I'm not is if I feel like, you a certain way or your vibe is off or something. That's just me. You know what I mean? But that's basically it. He never put his hands on me, nothing like that. Nothing crazy ever happened from it. I think we all done had a bully, faced a bully or two in our life. You know what I mean? But my thing is this, whether it's being a kid or an adult, like that bullying stuff, for me, I was fortunate because it didn't like mess with my psyche as an adult later on in life. You know what I mean? It was just that one experience. It wasn't deep rooted with me. But there are situations where kids grow up and that stuff plays a part in their life, fam. And it can take over. It can cause depression, anger. Next thing you know, they going into schools doing crazy stuff. How many, like, countless school tragedies, man? Terrible. Kids that ain't do nothing to nobody. All because one person or two, however it may be, wanted to treat another person like they were nothing, wanted to intimidate them, wanted to make their life a living hell. Kids can be cruel. You know what that's saying? Kids can be cruel and adults can too. You understand? But it's very important that people enforce, that you go to somebody when something like that is happening. I see why they say that, because if I would have said something when I was younger, it would have stopped. It was out of fear though. I could say that. I'm a grown man now. You couldn't pay a fool to do something like that to me and walk away from it. I'm just keeping it 100. But yeah, man. Not everybody gonna get along. It don't matter if you're a kid or an adult. And you just never know what a person's intentions are. You never know why they do the things they do. Sometimes there's not always an answer for it. You're not gonna always get along with everybody. Now all energies are gonna mix and things like that. You understand? Now I'm gonna say this again, YouTube. This is a disclaimer at the end of this. This was just a story. Realist ain't bullying nobody, ain't harassing nobody. You know, and not to mention, speaking of YouTube, it goes bigger than just real life. On the internet, it's just as bad. You know, I ain't trying to be on some let's save the world type stuff, but um, it gets nastier even on the internet. Like I see it every day. I'm talking about grown people actually messing with other grown people, except they going back and forth, and. But anybody that's listening, I'm pretty sure y'all done seen it. If you on this app, I know you've seen it, right? And the reason it gets so bad on here, without getting too deep into it, the reason it gets so bad on here is because it's like, who do you go to? They do enough to where nobody can be charged for anything. Nobody can really get in trouble. The only thing that happens is maybe you lose your channel if people know what to report and how to report it. You know what I'm saying? But the charges and the courts and all of that stuff, the other options people have to take care of the situation, there's not too much that people can really do unless they really like take it outside of the app. And if that was the case, nobody would be doing it. Because that means that, if more people got their ass whipped, there wouldn't really be all that. I feel like, if you ask me, shit, let me know something. You know what I mean? But if y'all have any experiences of bullies, maybe they're worse than what I told y'all, leave y'all comments or whatever, man. But like I say, there's something to take away from anything that I tell. You understand? But y'all leave y'all comments or whatever, share it out and all of that. Leave y'all experiences, because I know everybody in their life has dealt with at least one bully. Hell, maybe some of y'all asses was the bully. You know what I mean? Realest one, man. I'm out.